Hey Bobcats, and welcome back to another episode of Beyond the Creek.
Brought to you by the Sage publication, Beyond the Creek is our monthly news magazine show that takes a closer look at the stories shaping our campus, community, and beyond.
On today's show, we head to the coast as high surf swells brought larger waves to Carlsbad beaches.
Then we'll take a look at the Robotics Championships and how students are competing at the next level.
We'll also spotlight Mr. Oberman and the impact he's making around here on campus.
Plus, we'll visit the Carlsbad Village Street Fair to check out this popular community tradition.
And then we end our show with a news segment about the governor primaries and what you need to know.
I'm Wesley Bodensteiner.
And I'm Luke Miller, and Beyond the Creek starts now. The Carlsbad coast saw some major waves as high surf rolled into the area.
The swells brought surfers and spectators out along the coastline to take in the conditions.
Well, Wesley and I went out to the beach to see how the surf impacted the community. Back in February, high surf swells brought larger waves to beaches across Carlsbad. The conditions drew surfers into the water. While the swell only lasted a few days, it made a big impact on the coast.
The swell was really big. I went out Sunday. It was really fun. I had a little trouble getting the waves because of the spot that I was at. It was kind of rolling, but they're still super big and really fun.
There's a bunch of swell in the water. It's a lot of work, a lot of paddling. It's pretty fun. Water's kind of chilly. It's really just a lot of work. So even though there's a lot of people in the water, when there's this much swell in the water, it doesn't feel as crowded as it is just because there's so much water moving, there's so much work to do.
They come, they're big, they're fun, cold. Usually the water's actually kind of nice now for this time of year. It's not as cold as it normally is, but yeah, winter swells are great. Here, the west swells come in and kind of wrap around because we're more of a south-facing beach and makes it nice, get nice long rights to come through Terramar.
At the beach, surfers and spectators experienced the big surf in different ways during the swell.
Definitely some of the waves, some days it's a little too big for me, but I really enjoy dropping in on a giant set and just going super fast, and it's really fun.
Although the February swell has passed, the large surf gave many in Carlsbad a chance to experience some of the biggest waves the coastline had seen in months. Reporting from Carlsbad, California, I'm Luke Miller with Wesley Bodensteiner, reporting Beyond the Creek.
Those waves definitely caught a lot of attention all across the coast.
For sure. Now from the ocean to engineering, students recently put their skills to the test at Robotics Championships.
Sage Creek Robotics competed with schools from across the country in a fast-paced competition focused on innovation and technology. Here's Sunil Musson with the story.
Last month, Sage Creek's FTC Robotics Team Crowforce competed in Houston, Texas against over 300 teams from around the globe at the first Robotics World Championship.
The FTC World Championship is part of the first championship, which is the biggest robotics competition in the world, with over 50,000 students participating. So for Crowforce, we competed against 336 other teams from all over the world. I think the experience was amazing, not only as a driver, where I got to drive on the biggest stage in the world, and we got to actually see our robot against all of these other amazing teams and compete at that highest level.
Okay, 16076 Meadow Stars is a team that originates from Meadowbrook High. We were established in 2018. Our coach, Shamoy Weller, and Captain Nathan Newman. I am the lead engineer and Dean's List finalist.
And for participants, the experience was like no other.
It's pretty thrilling. I've never been to an event at this scale in my life before, but I think it was more of a learning experience, since I guess I am more privileged to be here, as our robot isn't really up to par with everyone else's and stuff because we don't have that funding and whatnot. But I'm just glad to have gotten the experience and exposure and whatnot, you know? I'd say there was some form of culture shock, like seeing different foods and then learning on how different people do different things and stuff. And I guess seeing how different our levels of funding were, etc.
My experience at Worlds was absolutely incredible. It was so fun being around such incredibly smart people and teams and seeing what the robots can do in the competitive environment. The venue was amazing. It was absolutely humongous. Yeah, it was actually really interesting. When you were walking through all of the tents, you could hear a bunch of different languages, like Romanian and Chinese. There were a ton of different people from all around the world all competing to win this competition.
All the team getting to talk to all these different people from India, Indonesia, Romania, just from all over the world, and getting to make connections with all these different teams where we talked to them and made alliances, I think was super fun, and I think we learned a lot about these different people.
In a worldwide league of over 8,000 teams, Crow Force certainly made their mark near the top.
So for Crow Force, we did super well, where we were picked in the first round by the 5th seed Alliance captain, and then with them, we went on a bit of a trip where we did lose our first match to a really high score, but after that we were able to win 3 matches in a row, averaging around 480 points per match, some of the highest scores in the entire world. But unfortunately, we made it to the very semifinals right before the finals, where we did unfortunately lose because the refs miscounted a ton of balls, and then they didn't call any penalties. So we kind of got robbed, if I'm being completely honest, but it's okay. Robotics is about more than winning.
Our performance was, I think, by far the best that we could have played, even despite what the final outcome was, and I think we're ready to do even better next year and years to come.
This has been Sunil Musson reporting for Beyond the Creek.
It's always impressive seeing how much work goes into those competitions.
For sure. Now we turn to some of many students here know on campus. Mr. Oberman.
From classroom to student life, he's made a strong impact throughout the Sage Creek community.
Ashley Jew shares more about his story.
As a new member of Sage Creek, Mr. Oberman, a physics and chemistry teacher, loves supporting his students every step of the way. Along with his love for teaching, Mr. Oberman's passion for theater carries him through life as he integrates his outside talents into Sage Creek.
I am performing every day of my life, especially with teaching. Even during classes, I will find little bits to do while I'm teaching, just to make sure that my students stay engaged. I really, really miss doing theater. I really love storytelling and story building, and that's basically what theater is.
In his perspective, the enjoyment of what you do can lead your life into the direction you want to make it.
I can't even really begin to describe. Life gets so fun. There's nothing that forced me to choose this career. There's nothing that is forcing me to live in Carlsbad. There's nothing that's forcing me to do all the things that I do outside of work. I do them because they make me feel good.
I feel like he's a safe space, especially queer people, because I'm queer and I've gone through a lot of stuff, and knowing that there's just a safe space with him and in this room, it makes me feel comfortable knowing I can go somewhere and I don't have to hide a part of me, I guess.
And I live here because I love it. I love Carlsbad, and I'm teaching because I love it. I do have to start really knowing how to pay my taxes, but it's fun. Not that part, but being an adult is fun.
The outside world can be scary, but the steps you take outside of high school can help the understanding of how amazing life can be. This has been Ashley Jew, stepping beyond the creek.
It's great getting to learn more about the people who make our campus so special.
Speaking of community, the Carlsbad Village Street Fair recently brought the community together downtown.
The event featured local vendors, food, music, and activities for all ages.
My Harb takes us there.
The Carlsbad Village Fair is an annual event that bridges the gap between small businesses and people in the community.
My business is stained glass, family owned, and I am a second generation. It's actually my third year, this one. I also do it in November. And we're local here from San Diego in Chula Vista.
The fair always has a variety of businesses and people.
My business is the Black Rose Collection. Today we're focusing more on our custom books, leather journals, we call them legacy books. What we do is that we personalize them, so we add another level to them. We engrave names, initials, scriptures, or quotes. I'm excited. I've been meeting some wonderful people today. And so, what more can a girl ask for?
The people there cause a big impact on the event.
I am the manager at the Goods Carlsbad. I've been working here for about 4 years, so I've been experiencing the street fair for different times, and every time is super fun. It's so nice seeing a bunch of people come in and buying so many things, and everybody is so nice in the booth and they work so hard. We have a booth outside as well, and we sell cookies and lemonades and our donuts. You should definitely check out our shop and come in every street fair.
The Carlsbad Village Fair is a place where people from all over can come get together and have fun while discovering new things. This has been my Harb reporting for Beyond the Creek.
It's always cool seeing the community come together like that.
Now, shifting to politics, California voters are preparing for the gubernatorial primaries.
This election could shape major issues across the state, from education to economy.
If you're 18 years or older, please scan the QR code on screen to learn how to vote.
Makena, Coleman, and Skylar are here showing us what voters should know.
This is Makena Coleman in the Carlsbad Village, taking you through the candidates for the primaries. Let's get started. With 10 candidates on the primary ballot, 2 Republicans and 8 Democrats, the race for governor has gotten crowded with no clear leader in sight. With that in mind, let's get to know our front-running candidates for the primaries. For the Democrats, billionaire Tom Steyer and former Attorney General Xavier Becerra have been leading the polls. Steyer has been running on a platform of low costs for Californians through higher taxes on billionaires, housing initiatives, and promises to lower energy costs by 25%. While he also has goals towards affordability, Becerra's focus has been on passing single-payer health care, protecting Californian communities against Trump's attacks through accountable legal action, and fighting against price gouging in the market. For the Republicans, Fox News contributor and former Prime Minister advisor Steve Hilton has been leading the polls. Hilton aims to break the 16-year Democratic streak in California, running on a platform of restoring Second Amendment rights, strengthening marriage values, and making insurance affordable. Currently, polls show Steve Hilton at 17%, with Steyer and Becerra falling shortly behind at 13%. With 23% of the polls undecided, this race is particularly hard to forecast, and things are likely to shake up again before June 4th. Over to you, Skylar, with what else the midterms hold.
Thank you, Makena. This is Skylar taking it away with your propositions. At the same time, voters may also weigh in on statewide ballot measures or propositions allowing Californians to directly approve laws or even amend the state constitution. Several proposals expected in this election cycle focus on housing. For example, measures building off laws like SB 9 could expand duplex and multi-unit development in neighborhoods. In addition, new proposals may increase funding for affordable housing construction and reduce zoning restrictions. On the education front, funding is also a key issue. Existing bills like Prop 98 guarantee minimum funding for K-12 schools and community colleges, and new ballot measures could adjust how that funding is allocated or even increase investment in school facilities and teacher programs. Environmental policy is another major focus. Recent laws such as SB 253 require companies to disclose greenhouse gas emissions, and future props may go further by setting stricter emission limits or expanding renewable energy requirements statewide. Voters may also see measures tied to transportation and infrastructure, building on programs like Prop 1A, which funds the state's railroad projects. New proposals could determine how billions in taxpayer dollars are spent on roads, public transit, and infrastructure. With major decisions on both candidates and policy ahead, staying informed is key as Election Day approaches. Reporting beyond the creek, this has been Skylar Roy and Makena Coleman, sending it back to the anchors.
It'll definitely be an important race to watch in the coming weeks.
That's all for this episode of Beyond the Creek.
Be sure to check out thesagenews.com for all our stories and updates.
And follow The Sage Publication on social media at The Sage Publication.
I'm Wesley Bodensteiner.
And I'm Luke Miller, reporting Beyond the Creek.